Yo, what's up, man? So I just wanted to do a video because I seen a lot of people talking about a few guys for being all-star snubs that I just didn't agree with. Now, the two names, of course, you see them both in the title: Anthony Davis, James Harden. Now, a lot of you guys, of course, they have both teams have both players are part of teams that have big fan bases. So I'm not even surprised in a bit at all, but man, you guys are reaching, man. They both did not deserve to be all-stars this year. Now, it's not because of play. It's because of lack of play. Both these guys have missed plenty of games this season. I think I looked it up. I think the average amount of games played this far has been, I think most teams have played at least 52 games, right? For the most part, most teams have played at least 52 games. I think the Sixers are one of the only teams who's played like 50 or anything 50 or below. And yeah, so I really want to touch on that, man. So I want to understand how people can have guys in the All-Star game who aren't qualified for any of the league leaders in stats. So James Harden, he's putting up great numbers. Yes, he's averaging a double-double. I think he's averaging like 21 and like 10 or 11. I think he might even be averaging 11 assists. He might lead the league in assists, but as of right now, he doesn't even qualify because he's missed way too many games. I think he's only played about 34 games out of the Sixers 50. So he missed like a month of the season. So I'm not too mad at that. And they already have a lead guy in Embiid who's picked up a lot of slack. He's a top 10 player in the league by far. Top 5 MVP candidate. So of course, there's a chance that you might not make the All-Star game, right? Now let's get on AD. AD played in 29 games this year. I didn't even look at how many games the Lakers played, but I can check it out right now. So they're 25 and 28. That'd be about 53 games right there. So he's only played in 29 of 53 games. Those are terrible numbers. He doesn't qualify to be a league leader in any of these categories. Now, I do want to give him respect. I mean, he's putting up great numbers this year, right? He's really proven his worth as a max player, superstar type of talent. He's averaging 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists in his 29 games, right? And who else we were talking about? We were talking about Anthony Davis and, oh yeah, James Harden. I do want to, go over and look at his exact numbers so far this year. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists, 45% from the field. Those are good numbers as well. But let's not make it seem like they're just snub, bro. I don't like the word snub, man. Now there are some guys on the list There's some guys who made the All-Star game who I don't agree with making it. Like, one of those guys would be Jrue Holiday. I don't agree that he should make it. But you got to understand, man, he does have a good impact for that Bucks team. Chris Middleton has missed a lot of games this year, and he's been the number 2 guy. And the Bucks have held the top 4 seed practically the whole season. So, if he's giving you 19 points, 7 assists, throwing some rebounds there and there, the number 2 seed in the East, with Chris Middleton only playing about maybe like 7 games or so. I don't even know if he's played 7 so far. If he's playing about 7 games or so, yes, I can understand Jrue making the All-Star game, but I don't agree with him being in there. And also, I don't agree with Jaren Jackson being in the All-Star game. Now, yes, he has been a force on the defensive end. He's sprinkling like, I think about 15, somewhere around 14, 15 points per game. The rebounds aren't crazy, but he's averaging like 3 blocks. He's averaging like 3 blocks a game, but he's one of those guys as well as AD and James Harden who don't qualify for the league leaders because they miss a bunch of games. Now, what you probably wondering, who would I replace Jrue Holiday, Jaren Jackson with? Well, one guy I'm going to replace him with is a guy who was actually an All-Star starter last year, and Trae Young. He's averaging 27 points, 10 assists. Another guy I would throw in there, I would say Trae Young. Trae Young is a very deserving guy. And also the Hawks are a top 8 seed. Now, of course, if you're not, I think they're the 8th seed exactly. for eliminating the new play-in rule or whatever, how it goes. They would be locked in. That's a playoff team right there, right? And then of course, who's another guy I just said? So I said I have Trae Young. Oh, and I didn't say it. I'll have De'Aaron Fox. Now De'Aaron Fox, his numbers are way up from. Well, I'm not gonna say way up. They're up from last year as well. The efficiency has gotten better. This team has been a playoff team. I think they're about the 5th seed. They're the 3rd seed in the West. So De'Aaron Fox is somebody that I'll get in there. He's giving you 24 points a game. He's giving you about 6 assists, somewhere around 6 assists. And his efficiency numbers are up. He's shooting about 50% from the field. So that's the type of guy that I'm getting in there now. I've seen a few people making some cases for Pascal Siakam, Jalen Brunson. Who else did they? I've seen Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's a guy who's missed a bunch of games. Brunson, I like the Brunson. I like Brunson in that. I like the Brunson case since the Knicks are the 7th seed, but it is kind of hard to get 2 of those guys in there. But Brunson, last year the Knicks were a struggling team, and of course they turned it around with the addition of Brunson. So you got to give him some kind of respect. Now I don't know if he makes the All-Star. He should make the All-Star game over a guy like Trae Young or a De'Aaron Fox. But I wouldn't mind him being in there. Siakam putting up great numbers, but the Raptors have been struggling this year. They're not in the they're really not in the hunt for the most part. They're like the 12th seed in the East, so well they're in the hunt because games are not separated by that many. By that many games, I think they're like 2.5 games out of the playing spot. So I can't criticize them too much. And Anthony Edwards, I could see the case. You know, they've been missing their best player, which is Cat, for most of the season, and they actually been playing better without Cat. Honestly, man, they were struggling earlier in the year with Cat. He gets injured, Gobert missed some time, and Anthony Edwards, D-Lo's been doing their thing, and Anthony Edwards putting up some good scoring numbers. I think he's averaging about 25 a game or so. So those are the guys you can make the case for. Jimmy Butler, like I said, Jimmy Butler missed a bunch of games. Siakam's team is not even a top 10, not even top 10 in the East. And who else we have that were snubs? AD didn't play enough games. Harden didn't play enough games. And like I said, I'll get Trae Young and De'Aaron Fox. So those are my actual snubs, man. Let me know what you guys think about the All-Star reserves and who should be in, who should be out. Who were the biggest snubs? I'm out though. Peace.